Hey everyone, welcome back. John here, Sandhills shooter. There's been a lot of talk lately, again, about the red flag laws with the recent shootings and the president now wanting to talk about those, everybody in Congress wanting to talk about those. It looks like the writing's pretty well on the wall that we're going to get some sort of nationwide red flag law legislation. And I'm pretty sure that once it's introduced, it's going to pass very swiftly and be signed by the president, and it's going to soon be law. Now, the reason that this is so concerning to me, and if you've been following our channel for any amount of time, you've probably heard me talk about red flag laws before. But we've got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new viewers around, so you can go back on YouTube and Gunstreamer and find some of those old live chats, the 2A Tuesday chats, that we discussed the red flag laws. But I want to not only explain why I think that they're bad, but, you know, everybody keeps saying, well, if you don't like it, but you don't have a viable alternative, then, you know, you're just spouting off and you're not really part of the solution. You're still part of the problem. So I do have what in my mind is a viable solution as well for these red flag laws. So the first reason that I don't like them is among the obvious. Most of these laws that I have read, including the one that was introduced in my state's legislature down in Lincoln, they include language for an ex parte hearing. And what that means is if somebody deems you to be a threat to yourself or others, they can go to court and the judge can issue an order that says the police can come and take your guns away, and you didn't know anything about it. You maybe haven't even done anything to anybody yet. But that can happen. And the ex parte hearing means that they can have this court hearing without even telling you that they're getting together to talk about you. Which to me seems like a huge, huge violation of my constitutional rights. But so far we've got states that are willing to do that. The bigger reason that I have a problem with this is because they absolutely and categorically do zero to keep anybody safer. Here's why. Because all of the language in every law that I've read states that the order is to allow the authorities to confiscate the firearms from that home. Now, if I am deemed to be a threat to you, or even to myself, and you take the guns away, am I magically not threatening anymore? Look at me. If I wanted to rough somebody up and if I was of that kind of mentality, I probably could get it done. I'm not a small person. If I wanted to hurt myself, do I need to shoot myself to do it? No. I've got things like this right here. Look, it's a knife. The law doesn't call for taking these away now, does it? No. There are numerous ways that one can hurt oneself within the home. So why do we say that this is for the protection of that person or others? How do we make anybody any safer with a piece of paper that says, well, you can't have your guns? First of all, we already know that people who are willing to violate the law do not go about getting their weapons legally. Okay? So even if somebody had their guns confiscated, what would stop them from breaking the law and obtaining an illegal firearm? Absolutely nothing. Okay? Only their ambition and their finances would limit what they could come up with. Also, the law does not call for taking away knives. It doesn't call for taking away the bathtub and the toaster. It doesn't call for taking blunt objects out of the home. And it only takes it only takes the firearms out of the home of the person against whom the order was served. So if we would call it the plaintiff in the situation, the person who wanted the order to be served and brought this before the judge, what if they've got firearms in their home? What if they have blunt objects in their home? What keeps them safe from that person going into that house and posing a danger and hurting somebody? Again, absolutely nothing. All right, so if you're following me, then you can see why these laws are very, very thinly disguised attempts at just taking away guns. First of all, if you're going to call it a red flag law or extreme risk protection order, then you're full of crap, because that's not what it's for. It doesn't keep anybody protected any better than it did before the order was issued. Okay, the only thing that might happen already has happened in Maryland. Gary Willis is dead because he had one of these orders served that he didn't know was coming, and at sometime between 5 and 5:30 in the morning, the cops knocked on his door. He's in a rough part of Baltimore. He answered the door with a gun in his hand. A fight ensued, a scuffle. Now, he didn't shoot anybody. He tried to put the gun down, but they were trying to wrestle it out of his hand, and he wasn't going to let them take it away, so he kept it in his hand. And in the process, he got shot, and he is no longer here. Now, I can see this being a problem, but I can't see taking somebody's guns out of their house actually keeping any of society any safer, because we still have the person who's been deemed to be a threat running loose. We have not locked them up. Can you see where I'm going with this? Here's my solution. If we're going to have a red flag law, then let's put this wording in instead. If this person is deemed to be a threat to themselves or others, then let's lock them up. Okay? At least hold them for a psych eval. 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever the authorities deem is necessary. Let's put that amount of time right in the bill. Okay? Let's take this person off the streets. This person is dangerous. Clearly, or we wouldn't be talking about this. So let's take the dangerous person, remove them from society so that they cannot get to any firearms, any weapon of any kind, anything that they could use to harm themselves. Keep them on suicide watch. Put them on psych eval. Find out if they actually have any kind of malevolent motives or any thoughts like that in their head. Probably 9 times out of 10, we're going to find out that no, that's not even the case. But I think that would be a lot better deal. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, but that is a violation of their 5th Amendment rights and their 6th Amendment rights, and we cannot do this. And I agree. It should not be able to be done. But we've got people that are willing to stomp all over and spit upon the 2nd Amendment and 4th Amendment rights of that same person. So why are we willing to violate certain amendments' rights, but not others? If any of these are sacred, all of these are sacred. So we need to either put legislation in to lock the person up or throw the whole thing out. And anybody that says that red flag laws will keep anybody safe, you, me, the person against whom the order is served, anybody, if just taking the guns away keeps anybody any safer, and if you believe that, then you, my friend, are either wrong or you're lying to yourself. You need to think about this long and hard. Go back and rewatch it if you need to. Share this with everybody if you agree with me. If you disagree, put a comment down below. Let me know why you think that I'm wrong, okay? Because I don't mind finding out if there's a hole in my theory. But let's think about this. If we're going to keep society safe, we need to remove the people that are willing to do the bad things, not objects. Because if I wanted to do a bad thing, there are myriad objects in this room alone that I could use to do a bad thing. I don't do that because I don't have those tendencies. So everybody is safer if we remove the bad people, not the scary objects that everybody else uses every day to defend themselves, to save their lives, to save other lives, without committing crimes. All right, that's how I feel. That's my solution. If you like what that said, please share this. Put it into your own words. Do whatever you want to. But go talk to your local legislators, your state legislators, your U.S. representatives and senators. Write a letter to the president. Let's let everybody know that there is a solution out there that doesn't involve stripping people of their property, or it doesn't involve sticking our heads in the sand and saying, oh, we did something, when really we've done nothing. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Spread the word. God bless you. We love you.